My name? No, let it be. What difference does a name make anymore? In this country, names don't matter much. Numbers do. Passport number, national insurance number, medical record number, flat number. Somewhere between all of these, my name disappeared. I am 73 years old. As I sit here telling this story, it is raining outside. It rains often here, but rain does not soften people. I am sitting near the window. My tea has gone cold, just like many moments of my life that no one touched in time. My voice trembles now, but my memories do not. Sometimes they are so sharp, they wake me up at night. I am not telling this story for sympathy. I am telling it because old people do not die suddenly. They fade away slowly, and I do not want to disappear quietly. My childhood, when life was full, I was born in a house filled with sounds. My mother's voice, clattering dishes, children laughing, sometimes my father's anger. We were poor, but we were not empty. My mother used to say, if a woman's heart is full, poverty feels smaller. I didn't understand her then. I was young. I thought the world was big, and our village was small. I wanted books. I wanted education. I wanted the world. Then one word entered our lives: Europe. People said there was work there, respect, freedom for women. Freedom is a beautiful word until you learn its price. Migration. When the ground moved, I was 20 when I left home. My mother hugged me tightly and stayed silent for a long time. Then she said softly, "Come back. If your heart gets tired." I didn't know. Some roads don't lead back. From the airplane, I watched the land shrink beneath me. Something inside me broke, like a root being cut. When I arrived, everything was unfamiliar. The air, the faces, even the silence. People here don't smile much. They are always in a hurry. I thought life would be easier, but life was faster, and I was slow. My first job, my first wound. I worked in a factory. Long lines, loud machines, women who spoke little, and worked endlessly. We didn't know each other well, but we all knew exhaustion. I didn't understand the language, but I understood orders. Work, be quiet, smile. That was when I learned how a woman's body slowly becomes part of a machine. At night my hands burned, but my heart burned more. Marriage, a compromise. I did not marry for love. I married out of need. He was lonely too. We thought two lonely people might feel less alone together. They don't. He spoke little. I asked little. We lived under one roof. As to separate lives, I called him my husband, but he was never my companion. Motherhood, my last complete identity. When my first child was born, I felt alive again. His breath, his cry, his tiny fingers. I built my entire world around my children. I gave up my language, my clothes, my identity. They say children should be raised independently here. I let them go, maybe too much. Time, the silent thief. My children grew up. They became part of this country. And I grew old. My accent embarrassed them. My stories were outdated. My memories unnecessary. I was no longer their mother. I was a responsibility. My husband's death, true loneliness. When my husband died, people came. They said, "Be strong. Here, Even grief must be carried alone. After a few days, everyone returned to their lives. I returned to my silence. That was the day I learned what loneliness truly is. When my husband was buried and everyone left the cemetery, I stayed behind. They thought I was strong. They didn't see that I was already empty. Back home, I saw his chair, his shoes, his cup. Grief is not loud, it is quiet, and silence is this country's strongest language. An invisible woman, an elderly woman living alone, is not considered a problem here. She is simply ignored. Neighbors greet you, but never stop. I often wondered, if I didn't open my door one day, how long would it take for someone to notice? That question keeps me awake. Distance from children. My children are alive. That is what hurts the most. If they had died, I could have mourned, but they are alive and far away. They say, "Mom, we're busy." Here, busy is a beautiful excuse. I don't blame them. This country teaches children that distance is healthy. Here, emotions are weakness, old age. When the body leaves, my knees failed me, my eyes weakened, my memory played tricks on me. Doctors say, it's normal for your age. Everything here is blamed on age. One day, I saw my mother in the mirror, and for the first time, I felt sorry for her. The retirement home, the final station. One day my children said, a retirement home would be better for me. They said it gently, very gently. I agreed. I no longer had the strength to refuse. It was clean, quiet, lifeless. Everyone was old. No one belonged to anyone. We were all prisoners of our memories. Women like me. I met women who had spent their lives for others. Now they waited for nurses. We talked. Then we fell silent, because all our stories were the same. Loneliness, the real disease. There is medicine for everything here, except loneliness. At night, I talked to the ceiling. Sometimes I felt I was already dead, just waiting. The day someone asked. One day, a young nurse asked me, "How are you really?" I broke down, because someone had asked sincerely. After years, that day, I felt human again. My life's account. I achieved nothing extraordinary. I changed no history. I lived. I loved. I endured. I survived. Perhaps that is most women's story. My final message, if you are reading this, and you know an elderly woman, talk to her. Listen, because dying silently is the cruelest death. I am still alive. I don't know how much time I have left, but I know this. As long as I breathe, I am a story. And today, you listened. That is enough.